Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing. We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. Rock and roll. Get real and bold. Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. Get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. In the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night we'll touch the sky. Welcome! It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw! Guten Tag! Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, and all of that good stuff. Welcome to Friday Night Marketing Raw. There's already someone in the green room. So we're going to let Carl in right away.
There we go. Hey,
Hi,
Carl.
Good to see you. So welcome, everyone. Friday Night Marketing Raw. Here again on a Friday night to talk some marketing, have some banter, all that kind of stuff. As always, this is not the Kurt and Andy show. Oh,
it's not.
Now
We've got Carl.
Do and Andy there as well. Okay,
I'm going to get rid of the first. The first Carl was muted. There we go. So yes, do join us. This isn't our show. This is a show where we invite you all to come on. We just talk marketing. We used to do this privately as a thing called the IM Pub, but it used to go very off topic. We keep the first hour of this as much as we can to marketing, and that's certainly what we're here to talk about today. Everyone had a good week? Heck, I thought this was the banter show. Never mind.
Well, you can have banter. Have you had a good week, Kurt?
Been a busy week. I'm hiring more outsourcers, mainly to do sales pages and sales copy.
You know, this is something that I know a lot of people get in this mindset of, I think AI can do everything else. I'll just make it write a sales page for me. And then they put in a lackluster prompt, or maybe they've invested some money and learned how to write some good prompts. But they still don't realize just how long that takes.
Right.
You know, and in reality, the outsourcers that Kurt's using, they're probably using ChatGPT. But the work they're coming back with is nicely formatted, nicely laid out. Is it perfect? No. Is it the quality? I'll tell you what it reminded me of straight out the gate. It's the kind of quality you get back from a sort of a high-end junior copywriter. Yeah. And then you would normally have a more advanced copywriter go through and just make a few tweaks and changes here and there. Reminding me of that. And I used to pay big money to junior copywriter because even now I ain't write copy. But when you've got to write, sometimes get a junior to write it and then be the one that just edits, and you get better results, or you get quicker results, and you avoid all the grunt work of those hours that you didn't really want to do anyway. Outsourcing is still the way to go on so many things, even coding things, you know. And we know that we can now use GPT to write code, and we can do. And Kurt and I are both doing that, but we both still hire coders for other work.
Oh yeah. All the time we do.
Yeah. So, you know, absolutely. Anyway, Paul, who seems to have been a god, he did say thank you to us for critiquing his in the private chat there. He thanked us because we did take a look at his sales page earlier on the live on Society 11 earlier. And if you don't know, anyone watching this doesn't know, this little show is sponsored by Society 11, which is a membership group for like-minded ethical marketers. We've been going too many years to count now. We've got one of the best groups on Facebook for like-minded ethical people helping each other, building each other's businesses and all that kind of thing. We do 2 lives a week in there, and we do drop a lot of golden nuggets. We've got a members area packed with stuff. So, you know, yeah. So, Ellie there, I'm glad Ellie's safe. I've just... looking at Ellie's little note in the private chat there. Yeah, for those that don't know, Ellie is in a bit of a war zone. And so we just pray for his continued safety and everything else. And I hope that the conflicts and things do resolve. Yeah. I don't get myself involved in politics and world affairs, thankfully, anymore. But I do realize they have a huge impact on people's lives. So, yeah. Anyway. So what have you been working on this week, Kurt, as if I didn't know? You've got to do a quick demo of the personalization that you've got instead. What I want you to show is the video thing.
Okay. The video or the video appearance?
Do the video where it looks like you sent someone a personal video with you in it, but it's not really a personal video.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. That I can do. Because I'm going to use my website for the URL. If that's okay.
All right.
It would help if I put HTTPS.
Yep, got to put that S in there.
There we go. So I'm going to bring up my screen, and I'm going to.
Tom Clark, if you can let us know what you're doing, tell us in the chat what you've been up to.
So I'm going to share the actual
stuff out. I noticed you've been doing on Gumroad and things.
So I'm sharing the tab, and right now it's got personalization. It has Kurt, and it has my domain name right there, or my business name. We help businesses just like Crowley.link every day, blah blah blah. And then of course you can ask our Snap Assist bot how it can help. Jump in now or schedule a call. But this is the part that I think that really has you intrigued. So hold on. Here we go.
This is Kurt with Snapifier. We want to thank you for stopping by and checking out this personalized landing page that we made specifically just for you. If you notice, we have your name up there. We have the name of your business. We even have your website right here inside this video. You're probably asking, how did we...
Stop there.
No, Snapify.
This here, obviously, that is the person you're sending it to's website they're seeing behind you in the video.
Right.
So if Kurt had made this for me, it would have said Andy on there. It would have been my page scrolling at the back, and then And
you mean? Hold on. Let me just do that real quick.
Yeah, drop your link, Tom Clark. Stick it in the comments if you want to. It's up to you.
And
I'm guessing Kurt is now currently customizing one for me to show you exactly what we mean. The thing about this is that you can then fully.
There you go. Now, let me change that to Sasset because I just put AndyBrocklehurst.com, and I don't think that's. It would help if I actually spelled Hurst right.
There you go.
And it should redirect. There we go.
There it is. So now it's the same video of Kurt.
Yes.
But because you've got all the other personalization and behind him, you've got my site scrolling. Now I'm going, he's made a video.
This is Kurt with Snapify.
Yep.
We want to thank you for stopping by and checking out this personalized landing page.
And it scrolls.
And when they see their site behind them, and if it's something you're doing without a website, you can make another personalized page with their name and frame that behind it.
Correct. Matter of fact, if you don't have their URL, I'm going to get rid of that.
Hey, Chris Davis, good to see you.
Watch this. Imagine a world, Andy. Scrape leads effectively for Sasset. Talks about Sasset right there in the back.
Mm-hmm. So there's lots of ways and I know Kurt's actually been using this to help sell Snapify.
Yeah.
So he did a nice promo where he said, "Hey, sign up. I'll give you a one-on-one demo. Sign up," but did this through this personalized landing page thing, so people got to experience it. Needless to say,
they click there.
Of people who you demonstrated this to are just been like, "Where do I sign up?"
Yep.
So, yeah, just I thought it would be good to show people what you're up to on there, and I've just been busy beavering away at a load of behind-the-scenes boring stuff this week, testing out new mail systems and other things, of which the final bit of that test happens in a little while tonight. Yeah.
This was one that had a one-on-one.
Yes. So, yeah, I've just been beavering away doing boring email, all the boring stuff you have to do in order to have a successful online business. Sometimes you just got to sit and write email sequences.
Well, the other day I sat and cleaned my email list because some of my emails, some of the information had their first and last name in the first name section.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through and I busted them all up, made sure that they were nice. If I didn't have a last name, I did some investigating, finding out what their last name was, putting that in there, and just working it in order to clean up my list. And now that was a total manual process. But out of these 1,600, now my list isn't huge. I have 1,600 emails in my email list. That's it. 1,300 of them, I have names, first and last names, which is not bad. The others they're just a business name is what they gave me instead of a first name or a last name. So I couldn't find out.
Oh, you should be able to unmute yourself. There's a mute button at the bottom. If you click that, it should unmute your mic, and then you can speak.
Letter M also does the same thing.
There you go. Hi, Carl.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
What did you want to discuss? I'm interested.
Yeah, it's a quite interesting thing. I'm working with a developer in Africa actually, but probably you might know who it is. And he has now for 2 years he's been working on a product which is he has some product out there, but he has done earlier launches with Neil Napier and I think with Abi also.
Okay.
Been successful launches, but then for some reason he the software works, but it was not constantly updated. Now he has this new stuff which is quite unique. I never seen something like that. It's an AI product with containing almost everything. Eli know a little bit about it. He might have seen the sneak peek I put in our private group.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has this dilemma. He want to launch this and make a lot of money, of course, but he also wanted to be recurring. So he wanted to keep this updated. It's we can call it. It's an AI API aggregator. So in principle, he puts in all kind of APIs, and then he do something with it. And it's some really interesting, unique things. And he is now in the dilemma that who should he work with to make this short-term money and long-term money. And I have tested the product now for 1 week, and like I say, it's not ready for launch. So
then it's perfect for Warrior Plus.
Well,
I'm joking.
Yeah, I hope so.
Or AppSumo or someone like that.
Yeah, no, AppSumo, of course not. It's he can't let out money from one time. I suggested to him to get the beta going and at the same time make some money. He should just go out, get paying beta testers.
Yep.
Who then get a very good option when
the
it's
way
launched.
you sell it, rather than, I mean, you do say it's beta to those people and say, there will be little problems. That's why we do this. But the way to sell it is to call it early access.
Yes,
because early access basically means it's not quite finished. You get in first, and then that way you don't get the idiots. Sometimes I've sold beta access, and I have had people that just go, "Oh, it crashed. I want my money back." And you go, "Well, the reason I'm doing this is
because they don't really understand what the beta access is.
Tell me the error codes, not just give me my money back."
Yeah.
So I changed up how I did it to offering early access, and then telling the people in early access, "This is beta software," and it really hammers it home so that you get round any of the potential issues. They do get it cheap. I normally let them in at a bargain price, and then I let them stay at a specially reduced rate after that period, if so they can kind of lock in. And that way, but it's still monthly.
Yeah, well, it will not be for the early, what you call it, early access people. But then there's the other more interesting. He's bound that he need to launch this together with one of the, shall we call it, big circle jerk JVs out there. What is your opinion? But does he need to, or I tell him, why don't you launch it yourself? He has a big list from his previous launches. No, I must make a sales page for $6,000. They will make it for me. They will name the product. They will do this. They will do that.
The problem is with things like that. Yeah. I've done joint ventures with people. The only thing a joint venture like that, a launch joint venture, once you get involved where you've got a team involved, like you've got more than three or more people is too many on a launch. Because think about it. If you're doing the launch model, you're almost certainly paying 50% commission. You may be only 30 if it's a recurring product.
And the rest he has to share with the JV pod.
And then out of what's left, you're now splitting it with all of these partners that are involved. And sure, a partner might not get 50%, but they might get 20% and they might get this. And plus, as the vendor, you normally end up dealing with all the fees and dealing with all the... By the time
support, and you got to do the support.
And when I did that on the software product, by the time I was done, I was like, I've worked for free. I got a list, but big deal. I got a few new names on the list. That was all I really got out of it. So I don't go that route but I'm not saying it's not the right route to go. The more you invest in your copy and everything else, the better it will be. But these things where they offer to do it all for you for 6K, the reason they're doing that, they can't make 6K on a launch themselves.
Yeah, I think there is a bigger issue with that actually, and that is the way that you end up having the product sold, which you'll have no control over.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, there was a post in Society 11 this evening from Amber, and I watched one of your videos, Carl, about this same product, and that was this One AI thing. You know, what was it and what does it do? And it was very much my thought that actually this is probably not above board, because the idea behind it is you can access all of these GPTs, all of these large language models, all of these AI tools completely for free. But I watched your video and you said on it you generated some images through different, supposedly different things. They all look like the same generator. They all look like Stable Diffusion. Now, because I've been working with AI for a little while and playing around with it and stuff, I know there are other platforms out there that are a little bit like GPT and that are a little bit like, you know, there's free open source AI models out there that are good for coding. They're not necessarily as good as Claude or ChatGPT, but they're out there, and all some unscrupulous person would need to do is whack a badge which says ChatGPT on it, and how would the end user know? That is the marketplace which we live in, and your tool's going to be judged exactly the same way as that. I don't think it needs to be launched to this market if it's genuinely useful.
Well, Steve, that's a matter of, because it's I just made a review video of both this One AI and the other one, the white label of that, the Total AI, and so I compared these two, and then I compare with this. Well, it doesn't have a name yet. I prefer. It doesn't have a name.
But I know what your sort of thing is, because there's a platform out there called OpenRouter, which is basically the same.
It's you maybe think of Abacus. Maybe you think of Abacus, or there's one. There are several of them. What's his name? Gupta, Cyril. He launched something also, but. This do a lot of other things which with this, for example, just as one example, you take an image, load that and ask one, so you can put all the, I should also say that if you buy the agency to this when it's ready, you can put your own APIs. So there's a list, right now there are 12 APIs. And you put your own, so you can select how many you want, and you have full control of those APIs. But it also compares. So let's say you want to describe this image, and there comes a description. You can see 5 or 6 different versions of that, depending on which you ticked in your. And then you pick one of them, and then you go to the next step, create a video, a storytelling video from this. And it does, and it use right now I think it uses only DALL-E 3 to create the images, and really interesting video. I can run one for you if you want. Just like Pictory, like whatever, but not with stock images, with AI created images. And full voice, subtitles, everything ready, like this. And it's quite amazing to see the story come alive from a still image into a story, into a video, and everything automatic. And that's one of the unique things. So then, of course, there are the usual with scheduling, blog posts, social media, and everything. So it has some more, Steve, than just this simple access in a chat box or anything. It's really
my wider point was really
sounds like it could be a nightmare
actually have control. Well, yeah, it does actually.
Swiss
Nobody
Army
likes
knife.
these Sifsona products, yeah. But no, my
Those
point
are
is
hard.
really, it's not going to, you're not going to have the control over the how you market that. And if you go to the wrong person, they're going to market it and they're going to lie. You could go to somebody who you know is going to do something relatively good with it. I mean,
Yeah, who
someone
should
like
it
Todd
be?
Gross, for example, he's releasing video products on a regular basis. They work. He puts the time and effort into making them work, and I would trust them more than a lot of the people. But you did specifically say the circle jerk crowd, so
But Todd's kind of on the fringes of that enough to get a few
you're
people
right.
that are in that. I mean, you're going to get some undesirable people promoting it, but that's fine. They're promoting your product. You wouldn't promote theirs. Someone like Todd Gross is a good shout, actually, because everyone else I know that would be good is out of the game.
Oh, I mean, Ray, the video guy, would be.
Oh, actually, yeah.
But I haven't seen him do anything for ages. I haven't.
No.
That might be a good idea, actually, yeah. Because he is bound now to work with Todd Gross. And he's saying that Todd is stalling him. This has to stay between us, of course, like everything. He's saying that Todd is stalling him, and I say, yes, why should he just not pick up your ideas and have Oliver to put it into the synthesis platform, which probably will be doable. And so Todd said that he has his launch schedule full until New Year, and of course he can't wait until New Year for this, and so
that is a big problem.
Yeah. So
yeah, who else is out there that's okay? Craig Crawford isn't bad.
Actually, yeah, but he's focusing on his storybook stuff.
Yeah, he's very much focused on his own stuff now, and he's very tight
Ryan
with
Phillips.
Cindy and who?
Ryan's doing another version of
Interactor.
What's that thing you launched? Interactor, yeah. But he's done some video stuff in the past. He did an ad reel.
Yeah, we've got to give credit to Ryan. He's maintained that product. He's sold it outside of IM, and now he's bringing out another version. He's so looked after the people with it. All of them are transition. It's going to be that I've always liked Ryan. He used to come on the Iron Pub in the early days.
Who was that? I didn't catch the name.
Ryan Phillips.
Ryan Phillips.
Ryan. Yeah. I have his Interactor community.
It's a brilliant product. I remember when that first came out, and
but again, he's so into his own
relatively
stuff now.
new to IM. That came out, and I had to review it, and it was like being given, literally like being given, oh, this is something I can actually use to do something which is really genuinely brilliant with. Whereas most of the stuff you'd see would be the same old, oh, do this, make a funnel, push these emails out, that kind of thing. He's done really well. People like Stefan Ciencio as well. I mentioned somebody the other day.
Oh yeah,
but it is got a webinar product. He's kept that webinar product going. He's still pushing it. He's still selling it, but is not in the IM space at all.
Well, as I've told people in the past, I sold more SASET outside of IM than I did in.
Yeah.
People in IM, got it for one purpose. And then apart from that, it was a very hard sell. People outside, I could go and say, oh, you can automate that with this, and then show them how.
Yeah.
And I sold loads to tarot and New Age people because it was these days, you could do all this stuff with like Formen-X and other things because they got all the calculations in. But this was before any of that existed. So really, SASET had always had that back end processing, but had it from really early on. So yeah, I sold way more of it to those sorts of people than I did to IMers. If I'd only sold SASET to IMers, I would not have profited on SASET with the amount of development that went into it.
Yeah.
The IM bit I did helped just top the coffers up to let us finish development.
I think that's where actually that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment is that the IM thing. I've just come off the back of. I mean, my launch closes tomorrow night, and it was good, but it's barely enough to keep me going for a month. And
and the other thing, if you want
to learn, the last two things is launch Flip launch
and flip.
right? That's 2 back to back. If you now all you got to do, and also with what you've learned with these is they're not taking you weeks to build. It's like here's the idea,
they're taking a few days, and then that's it.
Boom, done. And that's the pace
I've had
you
a
have
really weird because I was meant to be working on the next product this week, and I have been. I wouldn't say ill. I've been coughing. I'm not ill at all, but I cannot stop coughing, and I've been like it basically since COVID. And tonight I am dosed up on Lemsip. I was last week when we were on here as well, just so that I can be on here. I keep having to mute the mic to sort of cough as well. But sitting in front of a camera and reading an auto cue is going to be a nightmare. So I've kind of paused. I've done some other stuff. I've done some Harlequin Kitchen stuff. I've done some London After Midnight.
Yeah,
I've done
I had
other
to
work.
switch to writing this week for a similar reason. I just couldn't do the camera stuff or the voice stuff.
It's just kind of floored me at a point when I was kind of getting back and into the game, ready to kind of do stuff. I kind of want to do it.
With one thing I was doing, it did make me write the sales copy ahead because I couldn't record the video, and I was I like having the product done. Yeah. Then I write the copy, I know what's in it. So I'm just like making stuff up that's going to be in it, and then I record it all later.
That's not always a bad thing. You can
write
a bad thing.
I played it back when I missed something, so I just took it out the copy.
You know who your audience are. You make your sales page for it, and then as long as you can make sure that you're hitting those targets,
it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah,
but I mean, I can do it both ways, and this way went that way because I couldn't get the video done till afterwards.
A couple of people I've seen who are doing higher ticket stuff and sort of selling. This is how you do it, not in the IM space. In selling it through Facebook, selling it on. They all say, I mean, and really, I've said it myself in the copy catalyzer thing. Do your market research first. Figure out who wants this product that you're going to sell first before you're doing, and actually do that before you fucking make it, and then you're more likely to get people. But yeah, the things that I've learned over the last couple of launches really are when I first came into this and everyone had all the proof over their things and everybody's proof was it will make you X amount of money. You don't need to do that. What you need to do is you show the end results. You show the change that you can bring from person A to person. Copy Catalyzer told me that actually, doing the sort of research and things like that. The other thing is, I now need to make one product, not 6. And yet I can put everything. Give me a shout on Facebook, Ellie. I can put everything then that I've already made. That's the funnel. And then my product just goes at the front of it. That game changer. Because it was taking me 5 months to make a product. And it was selling for the same amount that I have just sold a product that I haven't done any work on.
Yep.
Because I came back from holiday, I was out of it. For a good week, I was out of it.
Yeah.
And yet, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go on camera. I just had to message a few people. That's why I hadn't put another product at the beginning of this. I'd always thought I can flip it, but I was thinking of flipping it in a couple of months when people have forgotten that they bought the original stuff. You know, you don't have to.
People that didn't get right through the funnel will buy that as the front end, and if they've got the other stuff already, they'll go, "Oh, I've got this," and just pass on it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
And it makes good sense to do. I actually like doing both upsells that way because I really hate the funnels that go, we made $1 million doing this, right? And you say, oh, great, $7, $12, $20, $100, $100, doesn't matter. You buy it, and then they go, right, now you've bought that, well done. But if you want the software we used, that's an extra. And you're going, hang on a minute, that's, a bit bait and switch. I like saying you get fucking everything on that front end. There you go. Of course, I'm going to make you another offer. I'm a marketer, but the offer is the last product I released, you can have at a special price. There it is. It's not related. It's kind of connected, and that's it. And that way people don't feel, oh, I've got to buy the upsell. They actually think, oh, I'm being offered a special offer on something because I bought something today. It's a reward. It's not punishment like most OTOs are. It's like, right, you bought that and given me your money. Now I'm going to rape your backside and spank you hard because you're going to pay me more money.
And you feel like you have to buy it because you've bought the original thing, and the hassle of having to go and do a refund. I mean, you know, especially on a thing that's like $7.
Yep.
It feels like, oh, I don't want to do that. But then you kind of feel like you have to buy it. So.
Does that look better with the header?
Yes.
Figured it would. Personally, yeah, Snapify, you could make anything. I mean,
I saw this on Wednesday when you were doing it on the.
It's freaking so simple.
It's a really
now.
great idea. Yeah.
Because editing, editing is the stupid easy part. Because a lot of people think, oh, it's so difficult. No, it's not. There's the link for my header image. That's all you need is the link for any image. There's the Y with the placeholders. And there's a placeholder with the default information. There's the code for the actual video in the background and everything else that we help with that information. This is Snap Assist, which is the AI tool. Jump in now and schedule a call. I mean, the schedule a call is Calendly, which sets up Zoom calls for me. Right. Schedules the Zoom calls for me. So I can do one-on-one personalized demonstrations. If I'm selling a personalized product on Meta, I better do one-on-ones. Make it personal.
You know what you could do?
Webinar.
No. You've got a section there for an image, for a banner image.
For any image.
What if instead of having just a banner image, you said this is your background banner image, and then you could put text over the top? Over the top you put was the name of the person, because that screams, I've made this. You've been able to do this on the internet for 30 years, but that screams, I've made this page special.
The social sharing links are going to be personalized too. So if I want to hit you up directly on your Facebook page, the link will have your name on it, as well as the description will have the person's name on it.
Right.
So that automatically goes, I need to click on that.
Yeah.
And the beautiful part is, I've already figured out how to do mass contact using Pabbly or Zapier or Make.
Oh, right, yeah.
Using a spreadsheet of all the enriched data of your customers.
Ah, right, okay.
And then it will email out directly, and I'm using AI to write the emails that are personalized. And then when they go to the landing page, it continues to personalization.
I've seen a couple of instances now where, using things like Zapier or Pabbly or something like that, people have completely automated their social media. Everything now, all the way through to video creations and stuff, and they're posting videos on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and it's all completely automated and completely AI driven.
Yep.
It's a big process to do. It takes a bunch.
I've already got 90% of it built.
Yeah.
And then all I have to do is clone it for anyone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking at the email. I'm looking at because I do have IM Leads Pro,
right,
which is my Facebook Messenger program as well, which does personalization full 9 yards, and then tying everything together. Why not? That's what business is for, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm all in on personalization for the next 18 months.
I think it's a good idea because it's been shown to work time and time again. There have been multiple products that do this, and it's. I suppose the biggest problem is whether or not you can then translate that to people to say, okay, well, this is why you need to buy it, because that's the most difficult thing you can do on.
You have to
in
convince
IM. I think
them
it's easier because now I've been working with people like the kitchen people and
Right.
London After Midnight. That's a whole different ball game. It's a completely different field, because to get somebody to buy that, okay, you're targeting people that you know are kind of going to want it anyway, but to get people to buy it, the stuff that we would use in IM doesn't work at all, because they're not necessarily interested in saving money. There's someone coming up onto London After Midnight, they want to be entertained. How do you sell entertainment? It's a different thing to that. But then
I guarantee you they have a list of their customers who don't show up for everything.
Yeah.
They have a list of what shows that they have been to.
Mm-hmm.
All of that information can go into a spreadsheet. And every single time that there's something new coming out, you can create a personalized message, show a little clip of what's coming in the background with you up front, because I've also created one that'll do a YouTube video that's silenced, and then the speaker YouTube video on top of it.
Yeah.
So because I'm going to do farming through YouTubers, because they need to create their own list and not rely on YouTube, because
that's
YouTube can kick them off.
Much better place. Yeah, that's a much better place to do it. And
Instagram, same way.
The big YouTubers, the sort of the Roberto Blakes who teach people how to do YouTube, they're all saying the same thing. You need to be off the platform. YouTube's where you pick people up. It's not where you live. You've got to have something of your own to do that. There are people.
What's wrong with hello first name?
Not a thing.
On every single email. That's
not a thing.
No one minds that. Dear first name in square brackets with dollar signs.
Yeah, of course.
When I see that, I just read my name. It's become I have been programmed by the internet, so that works on me.
Or how is weather in my case? It will be in Stockholm, but I'm sitting in Moscow, so I mean it's this is also quite ridiculous.
Well, but, and we're going to be working in geolocation too. We're going to be adding that to Snapify as well.
But Kurt, seriously, HeyGen, the avatar person, they actually
have one. I actually have one on a Snapify with a HeyGen avatar talking about something. Let me grab that real quick. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
But yes, HeyGen.
I fucking hate it. I think it's awful. Just for the record.
I know you do.
It depends, Andy, who you are.
I guess it does, but though I've read so much about the studies on this, that people have spent billions on the studies into this about the uncanny valley thing and how it affects people in marketing. And if you read that, you go, there's no way I'm ever going to use anything other than a real person, or AI has to get exceptionally good. And it's still not, it's good, but it's not exceptional yet.
So this is HeyGen, and this one's free. Because I'm able to do these circle players, the HeyGen logo is not being shown. I love this.
Right.
Now you can kick away difficulties and finally generate your favorite character with our prompts and put him in every situation you want to finalize your story in record time. We propose a package of 564 prompts, 275 for creating kids and 289 for creating places. You obtain fantastic constant characters by using them.
Great product.
Yeah. So that shows you what I'm also working with HeyGen. I'm using HeyGen to create a video, upload it to YouTube. That's the sales page link in the background. The button Get It Now is my affiliate link. That's the landing pages that I'm creating now. That way I'm sending.
What I want to say is that HeyGen can also do the personalization.
Yep.
So you can put a standard phrase and then it will change the name. No.
Right. And the nice part, that is but here's the problem. You're not having to create them to host hundreds
And it costs a lot more to do that than doing a generic video where you give the perception that it's unique for them by changing the background, by changing the
Of course.
background to be their website.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cheat, but it is a economical cheat. I'm just coming up with new ways to do an old thing.
So we can do. There aren't any new things really.
Oh, well, there's no. I think we discussed this last week about no. Pretty soon there's not going to be any new books. There's not going to be any new songs. Not going to be any new movies.
Yeah, all
there aren't
music is
any
just
new
the same
movies
note
at the moment.
rearranged in different orders, and there's nothing new.
Yeah,
It's all been done.
twice, sometimes 3 times if there's a prequel.
Yes, or 4 times, because there's that thing.
Do you know what I just figured out about Canva? It's one thing that I don't like about it.
There's a couple of things I don't like about Canva that I don't think you can get around, unfortunately.
And probably what I have is exactly the same thing that you're upset about. You notice this one doesn't have rounded corners. And I'm like, how do I round my corners? I can't round my corners. You have to save this and then upload it. And then as the image, you round the corners on the image. And I'm like, that is so stupid. How come I can't round the corners on this one?
I love Canva for a hell of a lot of things, but, and this has been
sometimes it's as annoying as anything. Sorry,
the bane of what I've been trying to teach people, or what I will be trying to teach people in the next one. I need a free desktop publisher for people to be able to use. The one thing that I could really use from Canva is for them to be able to link text boxes together, like you would do in a normal desktop publisher.
Right.
So that you literally just have to copy and paste your content into one text box, and then you make that text box the right size. You make another text box, and then you link the text box, and so any text that's coming out at the end is going into the new text box. That is something that is so fundamental to creating, to doing desktop publishing things, to making books, to making that kind of thing, and it is completely missing from that platform. It would change the game if they could do something like that, because suddenly you could do ebooks that look like properly published ebooks, and they would just look phenomenal because you've got all of the other Canva resources to go around it. But it's I think a major thing that nobody really thinks about, because most people, when they think ebook, they just go, oh well, put it into Google Docs and save it as a PDF. But that's not that kind of follow through on your product that you want, because let's face it, people sell PDFs for $27, and the information shell is the most important thing in there. But if you've paid $27, it is nice if you get something and you go, oh, and it makes a big difference, and it makes a big difference in your reputation. And some of those people who are buying these ebooks for $27, they're going to be in your funnel. You're going to be in your list. You want to sell them other stuff. So how are you building your reputation if all you're providing them with is a shitty PDF at the end of the day?
Right. That's where the beauty of Notebook LM comes into play. Also, give them an audio, give them a study guide, give them the FAQs.
Definitely.
It's a PLR creator and affiliates, I would say, wet dream.
I don't know. PLR is an odd one, because in theory, that's that market gone. As soon as the tools are easy enough to use, why bother with PLR? But I suppose in practice, people are still just as lazy as they have been, and will still reach for that rather than just going to somewhere and typing in what they want, getting something which is fresh and new.
Interesting. Where is the test?
I am looking at a service called ListKit.
Right.
Who are they and what do they do?
B2B contact lists that are triple verified
Oh, right. Okay.
for cold outreach.
Again, good idea. Definitely.
Especially with Snapify.
Yeah.
Cold outreach, personalized, going to a personalized landing page, increases the know, like, and trust faster. Especially if you send it to a landing page where they get something for free.
Yes.
Have you heard about a platform called Deal AI? Wait,
No.
I'm not.
Yes. But I can't remember.
Am
what it was.
I muted or not? No,
No,
I'm not
we can
muted.
hear you. We got you.
Okay. I got a question in my private club group about this Deal AI, and I haven't seen it before actually. And then I looked a little bit into it, and it's really, you can call it fraud or whatever, but it's they have an offer $52 per year, and you get some 22 AI apps. You get, according to there is a portal, you get 5 terabyte of storage place. You get it's a full. I can show it if I can share my screen.
Yeah, there's a present button at the bottom, and then there'll be an option under that to show your screen, and then we have to add it in once you add it in. But
okay, I will select afterwards maybe which one I want to do. Let's see, there should be a Brave tab. Home screen, let me see. Home screen, where is that? Yeah, there we have it. Can you see it?
Yeah, hang on, we'll add it in for you. There we go.
So this is the portal. And all this you think that you get for $52 a year. That's how they promote it. You can look at the sales page. There's a guy behind it, Alex Mosk something or Moore, Alex Moore. He created something called Sosk, a dating site, and then he had something else called MentorBox. And they seem, at least MentorBox was built on the same very low front-end price. But then look at this now. So let's say I want to use AI videos, for example. Look at this. Unlock access. $49 a month.
So
sometimes you get a lot of, but almost everything is locked behind this or more expensive, because as you can see, this is light. So there is this is a minimum you have to pay to access anything. And this is, of course, gets a lot of critics. How do I get out?
I'm not surprised.
So but they have now some claim 100,000 users on this, and there's a white label which you have to pay $495 a year for, and then you get 2 extra seats for this white label. And the only thing it means that you can change the logotype up here to your own logotype. But then everyone who comes in, and even yourself who paid $495, will get the same system, meaning that you have to pay for each one of them.
So,
the community. Well, the community seems like you can this you can actually access without paying. That's always something, but of course that's
So
not
it's
really
$52 a year just to get access to buy other programs for $49 a month or higher.
Yeah, in principle, yes. That's of course if you look at just the vault, they call it, this one, which is which has a 5 terabyte, but it's also included in this 49 per month. So that might be not a bad deal in itself. So, but just the principle for this, where they never mention anything in the sales process that you have to pay extra. Of course, if you read reviews, you will find a lot of this. So that's what I want to say. If you hear something about this, you know what it is. And I went along to pay 52 a year just to get to this, just to see what it is.
Right.
I'm not sure I can get a refund, but it doesn't matter. It's enough to see what. And that is a training, for example. There's a mixture, and they claim this is an alternative to ChatGPT. Of course, it's not an alternative. All the AI use ChatGPT or any of the other APIs behind here. So yeah, that's what I want to say. We can. How do I stop the sharing?
There's a button that says stop sharing.
Stop screen there.
Yep.
And we can press that button or that one even. There we go.
So that's yeah. Of course, who will buy this? People who like the idea with a lot of AI and come in cheap, and then of course some will take this upsell. But I think it's cheating, right. Really cheating. What do you think?
I think it's shit. Pure shit. That's what I think that is.
It looked rubbish to me. I wasn't impressed.
It's almost like a scam. $52 so you can buy more stuff. There's zero value added.
Mm-hmm. If you really want a wide AI platform that does a lot of stuff, not everything, but pretty much, a lot of the image generation and stuff, then CArt, which is the one that I've been using.
Poe's pretty good too.
That does so much.
Poe is pretty good.
With different, Poe is good as well, actually. Yeah, very good. And both of those you pay for their thing that they're producing.
Right.
Yes, Scribble 2, Ellie mentioned in the chat as well, as for ebooks.
Yeah, that became very expensive in the second version. Scribble. It's
right.
Now it turned
I've not looked
recurring.
At the prices and things now. Is it on?
It turned recurring, and it's $97 a month. So, so I don't think it's worth that, to be honest.
It's because they put the AI stuff in there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had the original, but I never properly used it. It's things like that and Designer and things like that. Designer's still going strong.
Yeah, no comment.
Hey, it's still being used. People are still buying it and using it.
Yeah, they take several giant steps backwards, though, in my view, along the way.
Yes,
so.
I do agree. That book that I put onto Society 11 and testing, that was done in Designer. Because I was just sort of trying it out to see how
sometimes
easier
it comes out not. Sometimes that editor is such a bitch, though.
Yeah.
Oh, someone asked a weird question in the chat.
Did they? Let me have a look.
Yeah, and it's something that we probably need to answer.
Well, I know it is. I know it is. But...
And because, we've been on for almost an hour.
I know. Well, sometimes I like to keep people in a little bit of suspense. That's all it is. But, fair dues. We do need to ask.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
No.
No.
Bloody well hasn't.
No.
And that was.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
So there we go.
How you got
Tom
the
Clark
Beatles
can
to
go to bed.
record
Good
that?
night, Tom.
Now, when I learned how to share my screen, can I show you a talking logotype I made with
Yes.
this my new testing software and
Sure.
get your opinion? So let me see how I do that. I will run it in the VLC player. Then I should be able to share that, I hope.
Yep. And I'll bring it on stage.
Yeah, wait. Share screen. I can also share a video file. Is that which is better, Kurt?
Screen's probably better.
That's your screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Window. There we have it. Share.
There we
So
go.
this is my wife's company in Russia. The logotype for that, it has the same name as the new Bitcoin Solana.
Oh.
And why doesn't it play? That's a good. Of course I can't. I have to play it in the player. Guess how my wife liked that. It's her face, by the way. So
I don't know if she liked it too much.
but anyhow, that is what you can do with it. So that's
Okay. That's kind of cool. That's cool.
yeah. It can be better, of course. It will be better, but it can be longer also. I plan to use
Right.
it for 1 minute video presentation video in Yandex business page that we have. So we will see what the end result will be. But that's actually the same. Use the same talking avatar API that Todd Gross used in his latest what's it called, Face.
And again, that wasn't too bad. It's. I'm with Andy that all of these are still a little bit uncanny valley at the moment, but that wasn't a bad one. I've seen a lot worse.
Because it's not because that's different. That's an animation. It starts off as a thing. I know you've used a real person, but it never fully comes out as a person. So in my mind, I'm watching an animation. I'm not watching a human being or something trying to portray being a human being.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Does
There is no uncanny valley involved.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, as long as anything has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, you can animate it. So it's and in this Todd's product, they showed some really funny examples from that. So and it's quite possible. So, but that's can be used.
And don't forget, YouTubers, if you want to turn your life over to our Lord and Savior, ChatGPT and AI, you can do so by sending a $50 donation to the Church of Kurt and Andy. The address
Or just join Society 11.
Oh, yeah, do that instead. It's cheaper for a start. There's more value.
And you can ask any member that's probably watching this or even on stage at this time how to get a link to join.
Yeah, they'll give you a link.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Well,
Well, my wife is on the way home, and
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Well, we are going to wrap the streamy part of this up now anyway, because we have been on an hour. You know what? And if you want to know who wants a potato, you're going to have to come back next week. We don't do that every week. That's only next week. But if you have been watching on the YouTube, thank you very much. If you are watching a replay, hello. And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.